Hello, everybody. Welcome to round 3 of Tuesday Night Modern at Top Deck Productions, played at GameSwap Mason in Mason, Ohio. We're starting out hot and heavy. Eddie Sturgil this is a very good start for
that was only 6 cards, not great.
Only 6.
Wasn't all 7. That's a big shame.
Only 6. Only 6. Young Methanator says not impressed. Phil Jones, for his trouble, he has 2 cards in play on his turn 1.
If I'm being completely honest, Eddie's hand is actually not good. Or it's not great. Fast start. The battle cry is going to help him out a lot here to get early damage in, but
he has like no payoff.
Yeah, he's no payoff. No finish. Yeah, he just passed.
So what?
I don't know why we're not attacking. Your signal pass can't be blocked, and you have 2 flyers, which can be blocked, so they'll trade. So
why
perfect.
Can't the signal pass be blocked?
I'm pretty sure in the text it says it can't be blocked.
Without flying or reach, right?
Oh, that might be it. My apologies. Something like that, but yeah.
So really
throwing out 3 cards here.
Medi, and meanwhile, Phil counters.
Yeah, we're seeing the blue-white spirits back on.
Yeah, Spirit into Spirit Lord. And this is an attack 1, 2, 3 in the air.
Yep.
And he's down to 17.
I believe Eddie lost this game.
Really? You feel that strongly about it?
There's another land. Yep, he lost. All right.
Yeah, Eddie has drawn only land since playing 6 cards on turn 1.
And he says go.
You've let it set.
Yeah, so when tap tells us saying no attacks. Can we bring up Signal Pass? I just want to make sure we got this right.
Majesty Vile. Nope. That's a Bygone Bishop.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
So we're taking the Signal Pass just to confirm that it can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach.
Or reach, okay, yeah. So it can be blocked by the...
Let's bring up the Bygone Bishop. This is the card.
You remember this one? Whenever you wait, I don't want to see it. So 2 colorless and a white for a 2/2 flying spirit. I don't think there's any other text on it. It's just a spirit. Might be is it? I don't think Bishop's a creature type. There's no way Bishop's a creature type. And I think it says whenever it has flying. Whenever you cast a creature spell of like cost 3 or less, you get a clue. Is that it?
Close. It's a 2/3 flyer.
2/3. Oh wow. Okay.
This is a card near and dear to my heart.
Oh, it's a cleric though. My bad.
Bant Company back in that standard season. I was playing some of this in the sideboard as a way to draw more cards. This is a BFF with Tireless Tracker.
We remember this guy at a standard.
Man, I miss Tireless Tracker. Tireless Tracker is a really good Magic card.
Yeah. Just playing in Modern. See, Jake only plays Storm in Modern whenever he plays Modern. And there's no Tireless Tracker in Storm.
Pass on that. This is a Druxkull Captain. These spirits are getting bigger by the turn, and Eddie's impressive start of 6 cards looks pretty mediocre right now.
Yep.
Because all Eddie has is a bunch of 0/0s and a 1/1 and an 0/1.
Feels bad, man.
This is an attack for 2, 3, 4. 4 in the air.
That's pretty good. Eddie down to 13. Or 14. Something like that. They got 14 there, so he's down to 14. Eddie says payoff as he looks at the top card of his deck, and I don't think that was payoff. It looks like another land. Maybe it wasn't, though. He's tapping something.
I don't think Eddie's happy.
Oh, me neither.
That's just my humble opinion.
That's what he's doing. Happy animating these. Nope, it is a card. It's an Arcbound Ravager. All right, there's payoff. Not the best of payoff, but, you know, still pretty good. If only one of those Blink Moths was an Ink Moth. That'd be so good right now.
Not necessarily just because Phil has the Ghost Quarter. Phil has everything.
Right, he has a Ghost Quarter and he has flying blockers.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yep. All right, Phil won.
The Spirit deck, it just continues to impress.
It's really annoying because we think we got it down on everything that it can do, and then we see it on the next, like the very next match of the stream, where it's like, wow, this deck's just better, and then we see it again, and it's like, wow, this is better. It's you know. It just gets better.
This innocuous looking little Spirit Lord from M19 is, I feel like this card alone is putting this archetype over the top. Makes things a little bit bigger.
Every time we see this deck, it just looks better.
And there's so many ways you can do Bant with the companies we saw last round. You straight up blue-white.
We didn't actually see any companies though, but yeah.
No, we did not see any companies.
Actually, did we? I think we might have actually.
No, he cast one
did.
company. It was not impressive. Eddie does have a Ravager in play, so there's that. However, I feel like Phil's board state is just so impressive at this point.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't matter what Eddie does. Eddie needs like perfect.
He also only has 2 blockers. So those Ornithopters. See what the attacks are. I mean, I imagine we can just get real aggressive here.
I'm pretty sure that Fantastic Image is the Lord, so I think there's Lords abound here.
I believe it should be the. Why am I blanking on it?
Druxkull Captain?
Yeah, the Captain, because then it gives both Captain text proof.
So 2 Captains.
So literally none of his creatures can be targeted by spells, which means that the Phantasmal Image won't die to its trigger too. Cranial plating.
Cranial plating, okay.
That's still not
but
good
again,
enough. But
the ghost quarter and just model flyers from Phil means Eddie ain't doing it.
The fact that Phil didn't attack also is really interesting. He might be just going all in here.
I feel like Phil is in a position to where he knows he can't lose this game. And so he is playing in that manner to make sure. He knows he has it wrapped up. He just wants to make sure. He doesn't want to do anything stupid. He doesn't want to give the Affinity deck that now has Ravager and Cradle Plating any type of outs. Phil says, you can't beat this. And I'm going to, double check. I'm going to cross my T's, dot my I's to make sure you can't beat this. He does another.
I think that's fine, but I feel like we should still at least be getting in with, like, something. Like, force him to block or just die to his creatures eventually. And here we're going to see him swing out. Yeah. All right, here we're seeing the Alpha Strike.
I think the key there was Phil drawing another Phantasmal Image. Let's pull up Phantasmal Image quickly. I just want to double check to see in the event that Eddie blocks the actual Drugstore Captain, if Phil's able to target Phantasmal Image of his Phantasmal Image, what happens? I want to say he loses it.
If he targets it in response, or
no, if Phil plays Phantasmal Image targeting his so the important part of Phantasmal Image to remember is the bottom set line. Whenever this creature becomes the right with spell ability, sacrifice it, which means if Eddie finds a way to kill the Drugstore Captain, Phil cannot
make another one.
Yeah, because all he has left is Phantasmal Image version.
And that means that the Phantasmal Image won't have Hexproof anymore, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Let's see if Eddie picks up on that. Let's see if Eddie...
Well, yeah, so he can attach the Cranial Plating to the Ornithopter.
Oh, it does not target. I'm an idiot. So, so much for that.
Oh, you just choose?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, super easy. Look at the bottom of the card. If you hit the top card, you may have Phantasmal Image enter the battlefield as a copy. Does not target. So, Phil will still have a Drugstore Captain no matter what happens here.
Well, that's pretty good.
Which means this is a pretty heads-up attack by Phil. Again, mentioned earlier, he wants to make sure he does not lose this game. He's playing in such a strong position that he has the ability to sit back and wait.
That's lethal.
Yeah. Is this flat out lethal here? No.
Oh, wait, he says he's at 1?
He's at 1. We have 4 damage.
Wait, he has 4 Lords in play. There's no way, right?
He's a flash and rattle change. And that's
going to be the extra 1, okay.
That's the extra 1.
All right, sure.
Heads up play there by Phil Jones, winning this first game.
Yeah, that was a lot of spirits. That was pretty impressive. Yeah. And then a not so impressive start from Eddie. Although it looks kind of cool.
He played 6 cards turn 1.
But it wasn't 7 cards. No, I mean, the ideal start for Affinity is playing like 5 cards turn 1 and then turn 2 playing like a payoff card.
He found his payoff cards far too late.
Yeah, but in general, I don't think it was great. But, I mean, coming out of the sideboard, what do you think Eddie has here? I mean, he probably has quite the few options for just cards that he could play. And we see, let's see, Master of Ethereum's, Geiper, Aether Grids. He's bringing those in, and he's also bringing in Wear and Tears. So Wear and Tears are interesting here. How do you feel about those?
I don't agree with the Wear and Tear.
Yeah, me
either. I don't
either.
think of any actual targets in it besides Aether
Vial, yeah.
I don't think that's what he wants to fight over. I do like him bringing Master of Ethereum just to help his creatures get a little bigger than Phil's.
Yeah, but he didn't actually bring Master of Ethereum.
I just want to be able to do whatever I can to, especially on the play, just be faster.
Yeah, we're seeing Eddie actually take out all of his Galvanic Blasts, which is real interesting considering those do 4 damage and kill most of the spirits.
Yeah, kills a lot of problematic creatures that Phil's going to play.
And so right now I see him valuing Wear and Tears and Gear per Aether Grids over those Galvanic Blasts, and I think that's the opposite.
I don't think that's the game that Eddie wants to play. I'm not sure. I imagine he's bringing Wear Tear for the Aether Vials, but like that's not.
That's a guarantee, but it's not even worth it. Like I'd rather have Galvanic Blast to kill one of the spirits.
And you want to bring an Aether Grid in a matchup to where you want to be grinding, with your opponent. And
then here you're not grinding.
Yeah, you want to be on the play and you want to kill your opponent as fast as possible. The problem Eddie had game 1 was not being able to outgrind the opponent. The problem was he just couldn't find the payoff card.
Yeah,
he played 6 cards game 1.
He physically could not kill his opponent.
Like Gearport, Aether Grid, and Wear Tear are not going to solve that problem playing 6 cards with no payoff.
Yeah.
Sure, you can, slowly but surely ping your opponent to death or ping the creatures.
That's just not worth it when you can have a Galvanic Blast that does 4 damage instead of just 1. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the 4 damage bolt or the Massive Ethereum, that's where I'd want to be.
Yeah, especially Master Ethereum, too. He just gets so big. We
will see, however, how it plays out here. Phil Jones, again, trying to sneak his way into top 4 this final week of the Tuesday Night Mono League we have here at Top Deck Productions.
Both these players are currently undefeated right now, both 2-0.
Congratulations to them. Hopefully they can take this momentum into next month when we're running back the Mono League again. Stay tuned to our Facebook page.
I believe that one is
Top Tech Productions. It's a 5-week event.
5 weeks.
And with any 5-week Mono League we have here, the lowest week will be dropped. So for those of you watching in the Cincinnati area that want to come participate in the Mono League, it's only $5 for the month to enter. So you earn the store credit payouts from GameSwap Mason themselves, as well as league prizes at the end of the month. And if you're wondering, you know, I can't make it every night. Again, the lowest week is dropped, and that includes any week you don't attend in October. So coming down, play some more modern action here. Here is another impressive start from Eddie, but how do you feel about it? He had the option to play the Ravager and didn't, instead opting for the Vault Scourge. How do you feel about that?
That's fine.
Also, he had the ability to play a Springleaf Drum too with the Opal, and he did it.
So this means that he can go all in on this Vault Scourge right now and just get damage in. Which I kind of like. Seeing his hand too, I don't see another like instant way to just win the game. He makes this a 3-turn clock, I think.
There's no. I feel like oh, Eddie.
Attacking for 2. Wait, hold on. So let's do some math here. Oh wait, is that an Ink Moth or a Blink Moth?
I think it's a Blink Moth.
No, I think it's an Ink Moth. Never mind. Yeah, I like this a lot more now because we can just go for the Infect Tail. Yeah, so I think that I saw that as a Blink Moth and I was wrong. Can we get a confirmation though? Could be boring. Be Wear and Tear against Stony Talons. Yeah, so Stony Talons is like a potential thing. Worship probably not, but it is Ink Moth. Okay, yeah. So this kill is a lot more plausible now. Going all in on this.
Yeah, it's definitely possible Eddie's doing that against Stony Talons, but I still feel like if you're on the draw, I think a lot better to bring in the Wear and Tear against Stony Talons. But if you're on to play,
yeah, I don't like
this is what I want to be doing. I don't want to draw reactive cards on the play of Infinity. I want to draw proactive cards. I want to do this.
Another thing, I think he should have just tried to go all in. So instead of attacking, he could have used his Springleaf Drums and just put 10 counters on Ink Moth, or at least 9 counters. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, he can only do 7. That's unfortunate. Makes an 8/8 Infector. So maybe you want to go on the Vault Scourge and just do a clock that way, because Stony Talons could come down right now because everything.
It was
Eddie's
a very cautious play from Eddie. Let's see if Phil wants to pick up on that.
No, it wasn't. So if Eddie was being cautious, he would have gone all in to avoid Stony Talons.
No, but cautious as in, like, I don't want to die to Path to Exile or something like that.
I mean, sure.
Eddie draws a cranial plating. Jiminy Cricket, boys.
That's kind of good.
Eddie's got it all, doesn't he? I imagine he's going to boot up this like Moth.
Yep.
He's going to
go for it. He can kill here, so we'll see it.
Phil has the Rattle Chains.
Alright, it is a 9 damage, and then with the Ravager, he can make it still 9 damage, so...
However, Phil's going to block.
Yes, I mean, they're going to
trade.
So if you put counters on it, it lives. That's pretty nice. I do like it when my cards live.
Eddie's just not...
No, he's going to stack it to Ravager.
How do you feel about this?
I don't. I don't like it. That's
Selfish Spirit.
So I still think if we went back to that one turn where on turn 2, if we went all in on this Vault Scourge, we would have a 7/7 flying lifelinker right now, and then Phil would be at so instead of taking 2/3 from the fetch, he would be at 13, and then he'd be at 6 here on this turn, and then he would have a lethal swing real quick, but Phil would have to jump block it, and then you wouldn't die to the block.
But Eddie is playing just in a way that he is scared.
Yeah, he looks very, yeah.
And I wonder if Phil is just going to keep picking up on that, always keeping that one white source.
Yeah, so someone says Kataki's been mentioned. We do run Stony Talons, is what someone in chat is saying. Yeah, so I think Sony's like a potential thing. Like all these, like turn 2 could just end them, which is why I like the idea of just going in all in on turn 1 or turn 2. Sorry.
If I'm playing a deck like Affinity, I get them dead as soon as possible, no matter what it takes. And if they got it, they got it. It is what it is. Like there's a reason why I'm playing all these 1/1s and 0/2s and 0/1s.
You're trying to go as fast as possible, and here, like, we see Eddie taking the slowest possible route here. Like, these Phil could potentially just be dead on this turn.
Here's the other two. This Rattle Chains means Phil can play literally every card in his hand, and it's speed. Phil never has to tap out on his main face ever again, and that's sort of.
And the other thing
downside
too,
to Eddie not putting the counters on
Ink Moth.
Yep. Now this Rattle Chain stays, and that opens up so many different avenues.
Yeah, so it means that Rattle Chain stays and Ink Moth leaves, right? So it's just horrible trading there. And all of it could have just been prevented by the Ravager.
Eddie is
getting in there for some attackers, but like I don't think any of these. So he can equip Cranial Plating and get some damage in.
He can equip plating at instant speed here. He has the Mox Opal and the Springleaf Drum with the Single Pest.
Flash in Bygone
Here's
Bishop.
a Bygone Bishop. Let's see
Or
what.
block.
This looks a little. I think Eddie's now realizing that Rattle Chains gives all of the spirits flash.
Yeah. Well, all right, so what I want Eddie to do, so if Phil blocks both creatures, I want to kill both of them, which means I'm going to sack Ravager to make one kill and then equip plating onto the other one.
Oh, no, you have the ability to take one of those Springleaf drums, put it on Ravager, make it a 3/3. You don't have to sack Ravager.
Yeah, I mean, if he's blocking the other two creatures, then I would probably sack Ravager.
Even then, I'm going to put Cradle Plating on the other one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, if he blocks Memnite and Signal Pest, I want to sack Ravager, put the counters on Signal Pest, or I don't know, either one, and then equip plating to the other. Since he's not doing that,
I like this block.
We're fine with. Oh, wait, so we're doing
like this block from
damage, or we're not equipping Cranial Plate, or we are equipping? Okay, so we are equipping.
I really like that block from Phil.
I agree.
And in response, so the Rattle Chains live because before damage, Eddie sacrificed the come off to the Arcbound Ravager. I like that block a lot from Phil because it takes away a flying lifelink attacker from Eddie.
So
in response, Eddie tries to get as much damage as possible with that instant speed sack and putting the cranial plating on the Ravager. But if you're Phil, you are A-okay with this.
Oh, yeah.
You're 100% okay with this.
Benjamin Berry in chat. Wait, Rattle Chains blocked an Ink Moth and lived. How? Eddie sacked the Ink Moth to Ravager.
I just said that.
Before damage. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening. I was just focused on the chat. My apologies. But yeah, that's what happened.
Now here is the downside for Eddie letting his Rattle Chains and everything come in play. Phil was able to instant speed, bring in the Bygone Bishop.
Yep.
Now here's the Lord pumping the team. And now Phil has another Lord and his speed available to him. And all of a sudden, Eddie's cautious line of play of going, I don't want to die path to exile, is coming back to harm him. Eddie could have very easily gone all in and see what happens. Again, last game one, Eddie played all these cards and is what it was. He didn't get the payoff.
So like he didn't use the payoff. So here he's being hesitant with the payoff, right? And in a way that Phil can just block, and then the payoff's canceled, right?
Yes.
He can just negate the effect of the payoff.
Is it steal over? Did he just pass?
I think
he just passed the turn. He just waved the hand back.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's a catch-22 from Eddie. The way he's playing, drawing the Overseer was the worst possible draw. Just because it entices him to keep playing the way he's playing.
Yeah, so like it entices him to like slow the game down when you're playing one of the fastest decks in the format.
Eddie is not going to win a slower game against Phil, who can just flash in all these Lords, all these hexproofers. He can flash in so many viable key cards that pump his team, make his team indestructible.
And I think it all goes back to that turn too, when we could have just jacked up the Signal Pest.
Jacked up literally anything.
Yeah, made it a 3-turn clock in the air that also gains you life. And the only way you lost the game was to a Path of Exile. I don't think Spirits really plays that many, if they do at all. Actually, I'll lump up 72. You play Spirits. Can you let us know how many paths you play in your 75? Yep. Pretty interesting decisions all in all here. And I think Phil likes it. I think he's thinking that he's got a lot more control in this match than he should right now. So we see a Fragmentize. Goodbye plating. Well, second response to Ravager. Yep. Oh, this is your deck. Okay, cool. So this actually is Lump Lump's deck. It's his exact physical deck, and there's 4. All right, interesting. I don't know. Do you still like playing around the path?
Personally, no. I think I'm I do not like playing around path decks.
Yeah, I like just killing Phil, and I just think this matchup's awkward anyways. You definitely don't want to make this game longer. See, now Phil's attacking you, and like, that's a lot of damage. So 7, he's down to something, 12 it looks like?
Yeah, the person at 5 is attacking the person at 19. That's not good for the person, for Eddie.
Yep. We'll get that life total updated. It looks like Phil missed a clue trigger, is what he's saying. Hey, Earthbound the Eric, how's it going, dude? Good to have you back.
Vault Scourge coming in.
Yep. Here's the swing. Alright, so Battle Cry trigger happens, and now before blocks, Flash can solve the Spirit. Gets a clue. I think Phil just lost. Yep, that's a game. Phil attacked too many times, or with too many creatures, he didn't have blockers. That was a very weird attack in general. Wait, we're activating. Why don't we stack Ravager in the game?
It goes against what Phil was doing in the first game, playing up to lose. Here he
played the win.
Or
they're
played
trying
the
to
win.
end the game, yeah. So we're sacking this. Yep, and dies damage. Yeah, it feels like, oh, wait, I'm dead.
I'm dead.
So look at his life total.
Eddie Sturgill.
Interesting.
Steal game number 2.
I did not like that game.
I'm with you on that one.
I didn't like the line of play from Affinity, and I didn't like the line of play from Spirits at the end there. That was just a very awkward game. Sorry for not like commentating too much. I don't know. It's just a little confusing, I suppose, but well, regardless, I guess we'll go over the giveaway now with our timers shuffling.
That is a good, yeah, that's a good segue there.
All right, yeah. So tonight at 10 o'clock p.m., so in about exactly 57 minutes, we'll be giving out a Rishodon port. Now, the way to enter this giveaway, you can use the command !enter. What's that going to do? It's going to use up 20 of your points to get a ticket, and you get a max of 10 tickets. And you earn points. Sorry, you can see how many points you have first by using ! points. And basically, you earn those points for, if you subscribe to our channel through Twitch, you get 500 points. Even if it's a Twitch Prime sub, no matter what sub it is, you get 500 points. For each bit you cheer, you get 1 point. If you follow us, you'll get 50 points. And for each 10 minutes you watch, you'll get 5 points. But if you are subscribed to us through Twitch, you will get 10 points for each 10 minutes you watch. So those are all the ways to get points. And you can use those points to enter in all of our giveaways. The current one is a Rishodon port. The winner chooses if it's going to be from Masters 25 or Meridian Masks. So it's up to you. Personally, I like the Masks one better. It's also more expensive, I think, just in general. But regardless, up to you. And then we'll be shipping that out the following day once we get everything good to go. Yeah. So basically, we'll message you, Top Deck Productions, and the one and only Jake Valentine here, who's commentating with me tonight. He'll DM you personally on Twitch. Through Twitch chat, basically, and then you'll respond to him. We'll just get basic information, address, so that we can ship it out to you, and we'll get that covered real quick. And then, yeah, and then our next giveaway. Have we decided what the next giveaway is?
Not quite yet. Got to talk to the powers that be to make sure we find a good giveaway for next time.
Sure. Which will be happening in 2 weeks is when that giveaway will be going down. Correct?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we're seeing the 7s here. Cranial Plating, Wear and Tear, Darksteel Citadel, Signal Pest, Glimmer Void, Welding Jar, and why am I blanking on this? Steel Overseer, there we go. And in Phil Jones' hand, we see one of those paths, and that's actually the one from the dual deck, which is my favorite art on the path, actually. Are you familiar with that one? The Sandworm path?
I am not.
Can you pull that one up, the art? I do like that one a lot. Good choice, Lump Lump. I like that one a lot. So it's the Path to Exile from the dual deck. Who's the blue-white Planeswalker way back when? Starts with a V, I think. Venser, there we go. I was saying like Vincent, but no. So Venser is who that guy is, and it's Venser v Koth. That was the dual deck. The Koth deck was pretty bad, I think. It was also, wait, no, maybe it's to Bolt. I don't know, something like that. But anyways, it was in the Venser deck. Path looked pretty cool. Let's bring it up on camera. So like the normal one is with a John, like some sort of like cat figure, right? And it's like with the like flower petals like coming out of it, which is a pretty good art. But I like this one more. It might happen, maybe not. Our streamer is trying to find it. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I like that one. Alright, so it is Venser with cost. Alright. Phil's currently mulligan. Let's see if I think he's keeping this one. It looks like he's probably going to keep it. Plains, Glacial Fortress. Yep, he's keeping it. The Scry to the bottom. And Phil is on the play. Let's get down to the play space. A little closer view. There we go. And Plains pass. Eddie draws the third land. Not fantastic. So he has Spire, Glimmer Void, and Darksteel Citadel. 2 lands are normally good for Affinity, but 3 isn't terrible. All the flows and 4 and stuff are Phil's contribution. Okay, interesting. I don't know. Regardless, I do like the choice of Path to Exiles. Alrighty, turn 1. Darksteel Citadel, Signal Pest, Welding Jar. Not bad. One of the slower hands from Affinity, but he does have a lot better payoff this time. And Ornithopter is the draw. Not great either. This Cranial Plating should be the way he's looking to win this one, but he's going to start off with the Steel Overseer, I think. And maybe not. Okay, we're going just jamming that Cranial Plating. I think both are probably fine here, but I think I prefer Steel Overseer. So we can get those activations in earlier, because now he's missing an activation, whereas if he plays Cranial Plating this turn, he can play and equip it. Yep. Looking at Ravager now, okay. So now we're not even playing Steel Overseer at all, and here's Spellcrawler going to eat up Ravager. And it's going to present a pretty good block here, but we're equipping the Ornithopter, and if we attack here, we're offering a trade currently. So it's a 5-2. Phil's just taking it. Does not want to trade, and if he does, he loses the Spell Queller, which means that Eddie gets back the Ravager. So that's definitely not good.
Not where, that's not where he wants to be at all.
Yep, so he's just going to go down 15. Alrighty, attack for 2. Right back at you. He's on 18. And he passes. Imagine Phil has some sort of like flash mechanic or instant speed. Yep, there it is. Spell Queller number 2. As well as Signal Pest number 2 from Eddie. And we're just getting in with the Ornithopter again. Phil's going down to 10. Pretty good clock. Actually, it might be a little more than 10. He might go down to 9. Yeah, he's going down to 9. Okay. Jake, you got a good look on Phil's hand.
I see a land, Phantasmal Image, and
another land?
Cards.
Or no, that is a white card.
It's a Bygone Bishop, and I'm not sure what that fourth left is.
All right. I think it's actually just double Bishop. All right. I'm not positive on that last one, but we'll see. Probably pretty soon what it is. Oh, yeah, so giveaway tonight, Rishodon Port. Let us know if you want us to go over how to enter again. We can do that for you. You can see people in chat already doing all the commands, though. Points, enter, etc., etc. Here's the image. Naming Bygone Bishop, I imagine. Goes to the clue trigger. Still deciding what he's going to choose. Yep, choosing Bygone Bishop. Alright, sure. How do you enter? Use exclamation mark points. See how many points you got. You earn points by subscribing, following, watching, and cheering bits. And then it's 20 points per ticket, and you can get a ticket for the giveaway by using the command exclamation mark enter to get 1 ticket, and then you can do that up to 10 times, but no more than 10. So it's a max of 10 tickets per person for the giveaway, and at exactly 10 o'clock p.m., so in 51 minutes, we'll be announcing the giveaway winner. It's all through Stream Elements, so it'll announce it in chat as well as we'll announce it through the commentary booth. And then we'll message the winner directly, and then, yeah, that'll be that. And then you choose the Rishodon port, whether it's Meridian Masks or Masters 25, up to you, which set you want. And then we'll ship it out once we get all your information set up. And anyone in the world can win it, correct?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, even if you're overseas, so works out for everyone. We do have a lot of European viewers. Yeah, we have viewers all over the place, so make sure all of you can participate. And then in 2 weeks from now, we'll be doing another giveaway. It should just be another single.
Correct, it'll be another single, yes.
Yeah, we'll update you later on what that single will be. Might be later tonight, probably not, though. Maybe tomorrow or something, later in the week, but we'll get that out once we know the information. And we see Phil here attacking with a Bygone Bishop, trying to put on some pressure, and we see Eddie doing the opposite, taking off the pressure, and he's trying to get for more of the grind here, which is kind of bad grinding against spirits, like we said earlier, but he's still doing the same line of play, and he's going to be activating his Steel Overseer. And again, I think it all comes back to that earlier play on this third game, where Eddie could have played the Steel Overseer instead of the Cranial Plating. His dudes would have 3 additional counters on them right now, so that would be pretty good. Can you buy more than 1 ticket at a time? Yes. So you can use the command exclamation mark enter and then space, and then input the number of times you want to enter. So you can do exclamation mark space 10 or exclamation mark enter space 7 or however many times you have enough mana for, or points for, sorry. And yeah. All right, we're seeing Eddie actually getting in there. Doing some math, and we're not sure. I'm not going to do all that math. I'm going to have them do it for me, but...
Don't forget, too, if you're looking to pick up some easy points, you can subscribe here. Don't forget with Amazon Prime, you get the free Twitch Prime sub each and every month, and even if you do a Twitch Prime sub, you'll still get 500 points we can use for those tickets.
Oh, yeah. And also, this helps us out, helps you out, too. So
Double check your points by typing in exclamation mark points.
Yep. And then if you're not followed and you do want to follow, you can follow. That'll get you 50 points. And not only that, you can turn on notifications so you know when we go live and what we're doing when we are live.
Yeah, it's 20 points per ticket. So if you have 75 points, for example, that gets you 3 tickets. Meanwhile, here's an attack from Eddie. Phil says I'm going to block all of them. The question, though, is I don't think Phil knows which is blocking what.
Sure.
Are you going to pump the team with this Steel Overseer? No, 20 points per ticket, maximum of 10 tickets.
Yep.
Team getting pumped, and this might be the key that lets Eddie get through the Spell Quellers to get back some of these key cards underneath them.
Alrighty, can we get an update on Eddie's life total? Looks like he's at 16. I'm not entirely sure, but...
And he's at 15.
Okay, so he took one off the
Spire. To move this Cranial Plating to kill the Spell Core Ravager underneath it. That, in theory, is going to unlock so much potential for Eddie here.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot going on in this combat.
Yes.
Alright, so it looks like all 4 are dead. They're doing a lot of math. Sorry, me and Jake aren't trying to do all this math right now. We're going to let the players figure that out. There's a lot happening here.
I'm not a mathematician, so I don't want to play Affinity ever.
Yeah. Alrighty. So things just happened. Spellcaller died with a Ravager, so Ravager's being cast.
Yeah, I'm at 7.
Phil's at 7 because he's shocked.
Update from the shock. Ravager's going to come into play.
And another Spellcaller is going to pick that
with the
one
Ravager coming in.
Gets him another clue. He actually gets 2 clues here. He missed one of the, because that Phantasmal Image is on a Bygone Bishop, so he should have 2, but missed one of those triggers.
Draw that turns the Rattle Chains. Phil's going to craft that clue, immediately draw a card. It is a Supreme Phantom. So Phil has the ability to instant speed, Rattle Change, and then Supreme Phantom. He has the ability to very easily get Eddie.
Yeah.
But the question is, can he? So there's one Ornithopter back. And Eddie's at 15, so he's not quite there in terms of an Alpha Strike.
Yeah, of course not. And he doesn't even have a Lord in play, so he's a bit away. Are they calling a judge right now?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty, so Phil's got a question. He needs to be answered. We're going to see what all that is. What do you think the question here is about?
I'm not too sure.
Me neither. I don't see Phil's hand. Might be something in there, but we'll see.
I think I know the answer to this.
Alright. Well,
remember, everyone, if you're ever sure about and unsure about anything, always call a judge.
Oh, yeah.
Phil's just making sure what he wants to happen will happen the way it's intended.
Especially if you're at like a more serious REL, like Comp REL, because if you try and do it yourself and you mess up, or like your opponent like says that you're trying to like do something, there are like penalties for that, right? So just always call judge.
Judges are there to help you. Yep. Always call a judge.
That's going to make sure that things resolve in the best possible way for you, and that you get in the least amount of trouble if you did do something wrong. For example, if you I don't know, draw 8 cards instead of 7, don't just reshuffle or something, or like put a card back. Like, hey, call a judge immediately. Maybe like just tell them everything that happened, and everything will get sorted out. But you probably know Robert Meadows. One time he didn't tell a judge immediately about things that I think he actually did though.
He did. He let him know that there was a discrepancy in his deck list.
So like once he figured it out, he like let them know immediately. But because there was such a big wait in like the time, because he finished all like rounds of the classic and then he made it into the top 8 and then he told them about the problem, right? So it was like bad timing in general.
He just didn't know about the problem until that happened. He didn't catch it.
Well, no. So like I don't know. I think. This is interesting because he just said like the way he says it is that he just like came to his head. He's like, oh wait, I think I actually forgot these. Right, once they were checking his deck, and that's pretty suspicious, and he realized that, but just awkward. The chance is actually like 0.
Smurf King, yeah, no one is playing Jund tonight.
Kind of a bummer. We did see a Grixis control deck though, which is pretty sweet. We also saw Nicol Bolas, the Ravager in there.
There's multiple Grixis decks with Bolas out there, by the way.
Ooh, that's kind of cool though. That how many of them are doing good? Do we know?
Not sure how Brent's doing. This one was from Avery.
Yeah, Avery went 0-2 drop, but
he went on to drop it.
Yeah. He also hasn't played Modern in
I don't think he's played Magic
ages.
Forever.
Yeah, Magic in general. Well, he plays Highlander, but Mr. Farrell is in college right now.
He's doing some classes.
Yeah, he's doing classes on Tuesdays, but he does show up normally on Fridays, and we try and get him on camera there. Mr. Jund Guy. Yep. He is the Jund Guy, but no more on Tuesdays. Which is unfortunate. We love Farrell, but... Alright, you see what the draw is from another land. Not great. Steel Overs here. Finally getting those counters on. I just really wish we played that turn 2 again. Because these Ornithopters should have like 4 counters on them by now if we played it that early. Probably even more than that, because Phil is on turn, what, 7? And he hasn't found a... And he didn't get a removal spell for it. I think that actually would have made Eddie win this game like 3 turns earlier. Would have been the game decider here instead of playing the Cranial. Especially when, with Cranial Plating, you can play and equip it in the same turn, right? But with Steel Overs here, it has Summoning Sickness. So like that play just didn't like register in my mind. It made no sense why Eddie would make that decision. I think, I'll talk to Eddie about this afterwards, but I think he'll realize that I think he could have won this game easily if he played it on 2. because he had the 3 early drops with creatures, double Ornithopter, and Signal Fest. All right, Phil going to blocks. And also, one more thing with the giveaway. If you want to know how many tickets you currently have, one, if you try to get too many tickets, Stream Elements will tell you in chat. But if you're just curious to see how many tickets you do have, you can ask us in chat, and we'll have our stream runner tell you that. If you are curious. And we're going to see some blocks here. Rattle Chains, Bygone Bishop, and Phantasmal Image are all blocking.
There's quite a few entries in this giveaway.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty good giveaway though. Rishon Sport's a nice one. Alrighty, activating Steel Arbors here. All these guys got initiative counter on them. And they're gonna do the math. I don't want to do the math. It's not even that much math this time. It's just like... Alright, it's a lot more math now. We're flashing in a Lord, so, you know, everything just got ruined. It looked nice and simple for a second, but then, of course, we couldn't keep it like that.
Double check the math, because again, this is really awkward because Eddie's creatures get really big, Phil's creatures get really big because of the Lords. They're deciding, okay, what's going to deal damage, what's going to be lethal damage, what's going to bounce, what's going to tickle. Rattle Chains goes away. The Phantasmal Image trades with the Signal Pest. That's pretty key. No Signal Pest means no Battle Cry buff.
Yeah. Can our streamer let us know how many tickets Neil Drox has?
An investigate. It's not a May, but we both missed
7. All right. Yeah, so you can still get 3 more if you'd like. Alrighty. So it looks like the life total stayed the same there. Phil did indeed block everything possible. And we're going back to his turn. Who you liking right now, Jake, in this match?
I don't know. Wait, Phil. Eddie's tap.
Yeah, I like Phil. Wait, does Phil just win here?
Does he? So
this is more math. See, Jake's actually... Are you going to do the math for me? Look at this. He's counting.
6, 9. I think that would have been lethal.
He has 13 exactly, but Eddie has a Blink Moth to block.
Phil has a Ghost Quarter.
Yeah, all right, GG. Or should be GG. He also
key card in Phil's hand, just in case. Settle the wreckage.
So regardless, he's not going to die. Way to go, Phil. Eddie scoops it up. Does it? You had the anime block. That's fine, though. Eddie shows him the hand, or Phil shows him the hand. Eddie shows him his too.
Phil Jones wins his match 2 games to 1 of the Eddie Sturgil key cyborg card. Settle wreckage made that attack much easier for him.
Yeah, and this was actually a big win for Phil here because it might